Today we will practice stuttering modification and fluency shaping techniques. Both of these techniques are designed to foster a sense of control, change, timing, and tension, and to make speech slower and more connected. So first we will begin with stuttering modification techniques. And these techniques focus on specific moments of stuttering, controlled fluency, and feelings and attitudes. So let's begin with the first technique called the bounce. A bounce is a controlled repetition, so I'll go first. Ball, or table. So you try.
Ball. Table.
Good. So now we're going to practice a technique called the slide, which is a controlled prolongation. So for example, slide or zebra. So now you try.
Slide.
Good prolongation. The next stuttering modification technique we will try is a cancellation. Use a cancellation after a moment of stuttering. Go back after the word is said, cancel it, and say it with less tension. But it doesn't need to be fluent. So for example, once upon a time. Okay, now you try.
Once upon a time.
Good. That was a good cancellation technique. A pull-out is another stuttering modification technique. It's a technique that allows you to ease out of the moment of stuttering by releasing the tension that has built up. So instead of saying, I want some pizza, you would want to try to say, I want some pizza. Now you try.
So not I want some pizza, but I want some pizza.
Good. The last stuttering modification technique we're going to go over today is called easy stuttering. Don't avoid the stutter, but approach it in a more relaxed tension. Try to control the stuttering even though it occurs. So instead of doing this, Joe was a good sport. Try to say it like this. Joe was a good sport.
So sport.
Good.
Next are fluency shaping techniques. Fluency shaping focuses on making systematic changes to the speech system to create fluency. So these are all going to be below the level of stuttering. So the focus is on respiration, phonation, and articulation. The first technique is easy onset. Here, changes are made at the level of phonation. Prolong the first sound at the beginning of the phrases slightly. For example, once upon a time, there was a young boy named Joe. Now you try.
Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Joe.
Very good. Light contacts are another fluency shaping technique that focus on making changes at the level of articulation. Try stopping pressure buildups and tension by having light contact with the articulators. For example, Joe played. Ease off the pressure. Now you try.
Joe played.
Very good. The last fluency shaping technique is rate reduction. This involves coordinating all of the speech systems, respiration, phonation, and articulation. It's speaking at a reduced rate, but not abnormally slow. So try introducing pauses into speech naturally. Here's an example from a passage. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Joe. Joe liked to play with his friends in the sandbox. One day, Joe lost his shoes in the sandbox. Now you try.
Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Joe. Joe liked to play with his friends in the sandbox. One day, Joe lost his shoes in the sandbox.
Excellent. Thank you so much.